the songs real quick or something?
Shit, nah. Only because I don't have a fucking cord to plug
Oh
up.
no,
But
I was just making
I
sure
already
that's not
ran
what you
through
were
this
trying to
shit
do.
4-5 times. We
Word.
good, we good. But yo, what's popping, man? It's Podson Radio. We back with another episode 151. I mean, we finna get wild and crazy. If you know about that 151, you an old motherfucker. No, I'm just playing. You probably alcoholic, but still. So for real, this episode 151. And all jokes aside, man, like I told y'all in the last episode, I'm kind of not trying to. I hate to say the word try. I'm growing and elevating currently, so I got some different things that I'm finna be presenting to y'all. But I still got this podcast coming as far as the interviews and the format that I've been grinding out over the last few years. I'm just doing it with people that I really, respect their craft or I'm a fan of, or we really locked in, whatever the case may be. But other than that, I've been chilling. I got something cooking, something that I got coming for y'all. It's going to be beautiful, professional, all that. So, keep your eyes out for the kid. You know what I mean? Shout out to me. And no, I'm just
He said shout out to me.
I'm just talking shit. But in all seriousness, yeah. So that's what it's been. So it's not that I love podcasting. I love interviewing. I love telling people stories. I love hearing people's stories. I love sitting back laughing. But at the same time, I consider myself a journalist and a real media person. So it's just about, growth and elevation. That's all that is. So yeah. Anyway, let's get into what I got going on today. Like I said, we don't get in here much, but when we do, we bringing in a heavyweight. You know what I mean? We got my man Sincerely Collins in the building.
What's going on, baby? How you been, bro?
Big time shine on, man. I've been good. See, he started off asking me questions. I've been good, man. I've been chilling, relaxing, wilding. I do it all in conjunction. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got kids. So when you got kids, you chill with them. When I hit the streets, I turn into a whole different nigga. How you been, dog? You been on the show 2 times. This is your 3rd time.
Yeah.
How's everything been with you since we last seen you?
Veteran, man. Veteran on the show. It's been great, man. It's been great. I just been growing as a person, evolving in my life, evolving as a father, and just happy to put out this third LP.
Shit, nigga. Honestly, more than a veteran. And the reason I say you more than a veteran is because I was dumb excited when this nigga first came through. Like, I can't even say I was a little bit excited. I was dumb excited when this nigga first came through because I had no podcast. Well, I had like 3 or 4 or 5 podcasts out.
Right.
But I had no name, like, as far as now people respect and show love to me and shit like that. I had no name. I was nobody, no list, nothing.
Right.
But he pulled up on me. And this is when his song Possible was burning up the Arizona radio charts. Everywhere I would go, I'll hear the fucking song. So you blessed me, and I always want to thank you for that. You know what I'm saying? That
Absolutely,
shit,
brother. You already know.
That shit really meant a lot to me. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, man, facts.
And now we got a lot to talk about because now everything that came full circle, you done seen me run off and do my thing. I watch you run off, do your thing. I done got to do a show with you and, book you for a couple different things. I watch you get booked and have all these appearances. That's the first question I want to ask you. For somebody who was getting booked, how was last year for you? Like, how much money did you lose last year when the pandemic hit?
Yeah. Last year was weird, man. It was really weird. I think as far as loss of money, I didn't do I'm not the artist that does hella shows anyways, unless I tour or I do like a one-off show in my state.
Uh-huh.
So it's not like I did a lot of shows. I do some appearances and stuff like that. So I definitely lose.
Yeah, I
definitely lose some money on like appearances and shit like that. But yeah, man, it really just opened up some time for me to really just hone in on the album.
Mm-hmm.
I just focused on that and just said whatever to shows. But after a year and a half of not having them, then you really start craving it again. You start realizing like, damn, like I'm ready to get back on that stage. So.
Yeah, you are a performer. And all right, well, did you miss out on a tour or anything like that? Like, did you have any plans like that?
Man, you know what? We were supposed to go to Europe. We were supposed to be in Europe.
Damn.
Yeah. We were supposed to be in Europe. And fucking Al Bundy sound, man. Yeah, and then COVID hit like a month before. We were gonna go to Tomorrowland, the crazy festival out there, and just hit a bunch of spots. So that was gonna be awesome, obviously, but that didn't get to happen. But God's plan. It'll work out however it's supposed to.
Yeah, and like you said, it gave you more time to work on the album.
Yep.
You know, your masterpiece, your baby.
Facts.
And somebody like yourself, being the perfectionist that you are,
Mhm.
whether you realize it or you don't,
Virgo
you
shit.
know what I'm saying? So let's talk about the album Alien altogether in general, because I do want to take some time to really canvas that whole thing. So, well, first of all, is your motivation behind calling the album Alien? Like, is that just how you've been feeling like yourself about that for a while, clearly, because you've been saying it, but what made you say, I'm gonna go with this as the title of my album?
Right. Yeah. I like that you noticed that it's been a theme. It's not something like really new or anything like that. So it's almost like one of those things that's like feels like a long time coming. You know what I mean? Like maybe that's one of the titles I could have gone with earlier if I would have dropped, it wouldn't have taken me 4 years to drop my newest project or whatever. But yeah, man, it just felt like a good working title, bro. Like it just gave me an open canvas to kind of paint whatever picture I want because I'm already known as the alien. So whatever I brought to the table was gonna just fit into my brand because, but I did happen to tie in different themes and different concepts as well, obviously my daughter being a Mexican and African American.
Shine moment.
Yeah, I tied in the illegal alien aspect. When you talk about the political side of things. I talked about the feeling of feeling alienated and feeling like an outcast. You know what I mean? When people just might not, you feel misunderstood.
Yeah.
So it's the story of every artist, and then also just aliens in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just ancient history and shit like that. Ancient Anunnaki shit. They say Anunnaki's technically like
big word
aliens.
alert.
He said big word alert. You don't know about the Anunnaki? You don't know about the Anunnaki?
Nah. Put me on game. Enlighten me.
That's some African shit, G.
Yeah, enlighten your boy.
I mean, they say
I'm
that
West African. You look like one of them Central Africans.
Wow.
I'm just.
I don't know what that means.
I'm just joking, man.
But it sounded racist.
No, and you know what's crazy though? I heard Africans don't even like us, man.
Nah,
we African too, but I'm saying we African American.
Yeah, they don't like African Americans.
I heard they don't be liking us.
Yeah, I mean it is.
First of all, it's all love over here, players.
Yeah.
It's all love.
Facts.
Damn, we trying to come home to the motherland. But anyway, no, all seriousness, enlighten me on what that is. Not too much. I'll look it up.
Yeah, nah, it's ancient Anunnaki is it's just like an ancient species, an ancient race that they say is who created the first humans, and we all know who the first humans were in Africa, were the Black people. So they say that we're descendants of the Anunnaki, so we would be like descendants of the aliens. So there's like a lot, and we don't know how the pyramids were built, so there's a lot of story into that as well, tying that in together, like saying like we were almost.
We don't know how the pyramids were built. I don't mean to keep like. What do you mean?
You know how the pyramids were built?
I don't know anything. I need you to tell me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I mean like just in general, like the pyramids are like one of the 9. What is it? How many wonders?
Nobody knows who built them.
Nah, nobody knows who built the pyramids. Like they don't know how you would even. They don't even know how you would scientifically today have the technology.
Is this a fact? I'm about to
look it up.
This up.
They don't know how you can scientifically make
Bro, they look like
make the pyramids
that were built by humans.
Bro, do you know how much those stones weigh?
No.
You can't lift one of those with 30 people. That's how much those stones weigh. So they're trying to figure out to this day how back then they had that kind of technology.
It's a mountain, a dirt mountain.
Yeah, but it's a rock mountain. That's stone. That
see?
Stone that the pyramids are made out of is some heavy duty, like weighs.
How do you
like
learn
weighs
this
tons?
Because for your album to be like, I see the word alien. Like I said, I've been seeing you calling yourself that for a while. So I'm thinking it's just like you said, alienated. I'm thinking you feel like an outcast.
Right.
So that's how you're expressing yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, when I was in like 10th grade, the show Ancient Aliens came out and I became like fascinated. Now Ancient Aliens is some bullshit. That's like some like level A, like entry level shit. You know what I mean? But like it really took me into a spiritual journey. When I was in my spiritual journey, it kind of collided worlds with that information.
Yeah.
And Yeah, man, it's something I've been studying that shit for like 10 years now. You know what I mean? So like it's ingrained in there at this point.
I mean, yeah, you just warped my fucking brain. But I'm gonna look this shit up. Like when I say
Paradigm
I
shift.
don't play, bro. I might like my research game is crazy.
You know what a paradigm shift is?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a paradigm shift right there you just had.
Okay.
Because now you're
hopefully it comes all the way around to be a full paradigm shift.
You know what I'm saying? Because once you learn some new information like that, your whole world is now there's new possibilities in your world.
Yeah. But that's the thing though. I'm very critical and analytical about my research.
Me too.
Extremely.
I'm a perfectionist.
I turn into a goddamn professor. I start asking real questions.
Like, see, but the thing is like I'm not telling you to believe in Anunnaki. I'm not telling you to believe how anything was done. I'm just telling you the facts of they don't know how you would do that to this day.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. That's fucking crazy to me though. But I'm gonna look into it. All right. So then just the process of actually like cranking the fucking album out. And clearly you're doing it with, I ain't gonna say a lot on your mind, but like a lot as far as this album means a lot to me, whether it's, mentally, spiritually, I'm thinking of it, whatever the case may be, my daughter, all that, etc. So like, what's your whole process of making this album? Like, I know you're a man that used to like to travel during COVID, you can't. Right. So like, how did all that come about? Just actually getting the music out?
Man, to be real, I definitely was doing some like hardcore daddy duty shit like during this whole process, my daughter's mom moved back to Mexico, where she's from. And so I have my daughter full time. And it was different. Like that is different. I didn't realize the freedom that I had in those moments.
Shout out to single mothers, man.
Shout out to single
mothers.
And
the single fathers. Because Collins did that. But most of the time that's on a mother's shoulders. Yeah. So he said he didn't realize how much freedom he had.
Yeah. And I mean, we were co-parenting. So like we both were able to like, but she did take most of the load for most of the years. And then for the whole load to be on me, all of a sudden it was different. It was for real different.
You and your baby best friends though.
Yeah, exactly. So like, it was a lot of her at the studio with me, hanging out, bored as hell, mad as hell that we there for 8 hours, 6 hours, whatever it may be, me making up for it with presents and shit, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, it was what needed to be done. And it was, what kept me grounded during the process. So I didn't float away from any of the subject matter or the concentration of what just needed to be done, because I was needing and wanting that time back so much that like there was not one moment when creating this album that I did not want to be finished with it. You know what I mean? Like I was ready for it to be done, but it kept getting elongated because it needed to be perfect.
Big word alert.
Yeah, man.
I know how to spell that one.
It needed to be perfect, perfectionist.
Yeah. At least you know it, damn it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of perfectionists don't realize that about themselves.
Fam, it's a thing.
Yeah.
Like it's a thing. Like niggas know. Like you know what I mean? Like I be on people's nerves, bro. I be on people's nerves. You know that.
But that's good.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about all that later.
Yeah.
But one thing I do want to talk about, because I went into fucking creating this album. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I'm like getting. What do you feel like the reception has been? Are you happy about the reception that you've been receiving?
Yeah.
I feel like you're way beyond the point. Like I put you in a different type of category where we don't need to talk about city fucking buzz.
Right.
That means nothing.
Right.
Now, don't think city buzz don't mean nothing for your other artists. You got to get it. But you had that a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? So what do you feel just about your reception?
Man, the reception has been amazing as far as the music and just how people are receiving it. It's been exactly what I want. Like, I feel like I've matured a lot as an artist, and you can hear that in the music. This is my first album that I listen back to it, and there's no moments where I'm like no moment. When you do something, you look back, 50 episodes, 75 episodes, there's little things that you're gonna cringe at.
Facts.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? And then as you get to that 150, there you don't really have those moments anymore because like you just know how to get through them, how to, you know what I mean? It's just the experience, it just makes it a different thing. And that's where I'm at right now with this project. It's like, you know, that point in my career where I've really just honed in. I feel like I'm in my prime.
Yeah.
I'm in my prime, you know. So I'm just really looking forward to riding out my prime, not rushing anything, but just making the best music I've ever made and not really boxing myself in.
Okay. What's your favorite track on the album?
It changes a lot.
What's your favorite track right now? And why, since it changes?
My favorite track right now.
Hit the nigga with a Jeopardy music.
What am I gonna put on if I just? My favorite song right now would have to be LA Times. Yeah, LA Times.
Why?
I think that's gonna end up being just my favorite song overall. It was the most creative I felt like I got on the project while still sounding mainstream. Which is something like, you know, mainstream can sound like such a negative thing, you know, like when it comes to especially underground music or music that is undiscovered as far as, you know, higher platforms.
That's a much better way to say it.
But
like I've never heard that, bro. And it's such a simple ass term.
Right.
That's a much better way to say it.
Right.
Undiscovered.
Undiscovered.
These niggas be hot than a motherfucker, just undiscovered.
Right, right. And the thing is like it's such a weird got another big word for you, juxtaposition. It's such a big
word alert. I feel like you disrespecting me now. Like, what's going on?
Nah, because
I really felt tried.
Nah, the thing is when I'm throwing that word out there, I kind of know, you know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy, bro? All jokes aside, I'm super articulate. Nigga, I used to win spelling bees all day long. I read all type of books.
I'm already knowing, bro.
I gotta, what they say, you gotta dumb yourself down for the people sometimes.
Facts. What was I talking about? The juxtaposition of something. What was it?
I don't remember. That's like from short-term memory loss, but I know what I was asking you about for sure.
You was asking me about LA Times. I don't know if it was maybe about why
why is it your favorite song here?
Yeah. I don't remember what I was saying, but I mean, it's one of those ones that it took me quite that's what it was about mainstream, about being mainstream and undiscovered. That's something that, you know, the juxtaposition of being in underground or undiscovered realm and knowing that you want to make it to the mainstream. It's almost like you're not supposed to want to be mainstream. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to want to say like you want to have hits or you want to like, you know, want to be pop or whatever.
Gotcha.
And it's like, no, like we are aiming for greatness. Like,
why do you think people do that?
I think it's a ceiling that's placed upon the conscience of most of the people that are in that realm. Like, and I think that that's their own barriers and their own ceilings that they've placed upon that. Like when you go back to like Talib Kweli's and like Mos Defs, you'd think of them as like, or like Atmosphere. People like that.
People don't know about Atmosphere. That's crazy.
People like that. Like you would think of them.
I can picture you listening to Atmosphere.
You think of them as like underground artists.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But
and
big
like,
time though.
You know, big time underground artists. But those artists' fans do not want them to be past a certain point.
They'll stop
Tech Nine. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
they'll stop listening to them.
It's like you almost feel confided by this barrier that's placed upon that realm of artistry, you know. And I've always refused to be a part of that, which is why I've had Light Work, which is why I've had Possible. Those aren't no fucking local tracks.
Yeah,
like,
but then you'll still come hit them with a yap if you.
Yeah, and you know what I mean, or hit them with bars. You know what I mean, like. That's why I have those tracks, is because I really went for mainstream. You know what I mean?
But no, it's crazy because I feel like Yap going for mainstream and so are those, but they're so different.
Right.
They're way like nigga opposite sides of the spectrum. Right?
Right.
And I mean, you got busy on all of them though. I'm gonna give you that.
Appreciate
fucking shine moment. Got all the way busy. It's different. It shows I feel like there's different sides of you. You know what I mean?
Right.
All right. And how about how did you choose your features for this project?
I knew I wanted to get Jaren on the project. just because he's been on every project so far. He's been someone who has been, the same guy every time that I talk to him, despite politics or situations or you know what I mean. He's the same guy no matter what. And I can reach out to him and he'll bless me and also I bless him with certain things. He reaches out to me for hooks and for writing help and stuff like that. So it's just one of those situations where I needed to get him on the project. The Kaleidoscope Kid was on the project. He was someone who was working in the same studio as me, the Only Dreamer studio, which is also how I got Taylor Adoria and A Factor from
so
the
these are
from
like
Odd
people
Squad.
you fuck with.
Yeah,
much,
it was all like
there.
it was all an in-house situation, man. And like even the people that I reached out to who were out of state, they were like people that I'm working with in other capacities that I asked to be involved in my album so I could just have that energy on my project.
Yeah. I got a question and I asked him last week when I had him on the show. Why wasn't Tyler on the album, man? He said you had already had it recorded. Why you ain't send him nothing or something? Like we wanted to hear Tyler.
Man, to be real with you, like he's going through the gauntlet, He's going through the gauntlet. I've always been the position that I'm in right now with Tyler. That's been where I've been for him since he started.
Oh, no, you brought him day one. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
With meeting me.
Facts. But I'm just saying, as far as even just like him putting out his music and
what you think about his music and what he's doing.
Man, what you think? I think my name's on the shit. Like I gotta make sure that's
a fact. You're a perfectionist.
Yeah, I gotta make sure that shit's great. You know what I mean? Like I'm not touching it if it's not. You know what I mean? Like I'm not. And he knows, like I'm straight up with him. Like I'm like, yo, that can't be there. Like this can be, this can, like, you know what I mean? Like let's roll, because the product's tested. Like I have the product. We know that I know how to make the product. You know what I mean? So it's like that's what I do.
Gotcha.
And all he just gotta rap and make good songs, and then we'll make sure that shit is shiny at the end. You know what I mean?
Well, shout out to Tyler, man. I just had a quick question. All right, but all right, and keep going about Alien. So what about like as far as you got any more videos coming for the project?
Yeah, absolutely, bro. We just dropped the Spirit of Khaled video with Jaren. That's doing really well right now. I think that's at like 14K or something like that.
Shine moment. Wait, when did that drop?
Like last week. Like early last week.
This was before the pool party shit, right?
Yeah, it was right before the pool party. So that's doing pretty well. And the video for the single Alien is actually gonna be dropping like this Friday, probably, I believe. I don't know when this is coming out, but it might be out by then. But yeah, man, that's gonna be coming out. That's definitely the best video that I've done thus far. Shout out to JD Films. Shout out to.
I don't want to cut you off. Sorry. Shout out JD Films, bro. You know what my favorite video of you was?
What's
I wish
that?
I could remember the song name. You was running through a field and you was like at a cold party or something.
God,
that's what it's called. Or that video was crazy to me. I was like, this nigga's on I promise you. When I watched, I said, this nigga's on another level. Like I don't think people even got to appreciate that video. Right. Like when I watched that, I said that motherfucker looked like Kanye West from Arizona or some shit. Like,
Yeah, man. Like I've been making them demo tapes. You know what I mean? Like them.
You was walking with the chick like through the field. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. That was the God video. Yeah, man. I've been, everything that I do is a demo tape for my next thing. So I've been painting these pictures, these sonic pictures, these videos, these ideas that I have inside. Just with the hope and anticipation and the intention of being able to do it on a higher level the next time.
Yeah, and people, I feel like if more people would have like really like got in tune with that, it was like, yo, this is some different. Like it was different. Like that was different than it didn't look like a nigga from Arizona at all. You know what I'm saying? There's
a saying. I feel like it's like nobody knows until everybody knows.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just there's that
Well, I want y'all to know I knew. If y'all ain't seen the video, it came out years ago, like 3-4 years ago, maybe 3. But if you ain't seen the Sincerely Collins God video, you're missing out. That shit was crazy. I felt like I was watching like a movie. They're watching that bitch.
Facts, man. Yeah, that video actually is what got a lot of labels talking to us too. Yeah, that video really did a lot. And and I think this alien video is going to be a good aesthetic to go with the song to really make people like, oh, like this is what it's like when like we get a glimpse of that high budget next to one of these hit songs like this. You know what I'm saying? Like the Lightwork video was never like some like crazy video. That shit was just thrown together. You know what I'm saying? We guerrillaed that shit. We went to Atlanta. We went to Flagstaff while Ritz was on tour and got them fucking shots. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's just it's one of those things where we're always trying to push the videos and the visuals to the next level. Yeah.
All right, and then last thing on the album, how long will you plan on pushing it till you getting ready to drop the next thing?
Right now I'm really just focused on making the best videos that I can make.
Videos are highly important.
Yeah, man. The videos is something I feel like that I lacked in previous releases. Not the the concepts and the quality, but just the quantity. The amount of videos that I was able to put out. I want to have 10 of the 16 songs have videos on this project at least. So we're 3 down. So we got a few more to go. But
it's movie season then.
Yeah, it's movie season, exactly.
If you need any actors, let me know.
Facts. No, we'll definitely use you for some
shit. I'm telling you.
We always need homies for some shit.
I'm the video guy.
And you be acting now.
Yeah,
you be acting and shit now.
I think I could do some professional, like not even do no street roles. Like I could do
facts.
Real. I could do a boardroom
on some sophisticated shit
for sure. Absolutely. All right. So anything else you want to talk about the album before we get into the next shit?
Do I want to talk what else about the album? Nah, man. I mean, just go get the album, man. Like it's the best work that I've put out to this day. And yeah, man. Just shout out to everybody that helped me on it, and yeah, Alien in stores now.
All right, and one last question. Shout out to production.
So we got my boy Q, who produced on the project. Just one of the most amazing producers I've ever worked with. It wouldn't be the same without him. Tony Chalk, as always, on the project. My boy Matt Campbell.
Tony fucking Chalk. There's a delicacy out here.
Yeah, he is. He really is.
No, but you know.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see it. Who else? Kaleidoscope Kid, Matt Campbell, AKT Action. Yeah, I think that covers them. Oh, and the Beat Knockers. Yeah, they actually work out of this studio. And iRock. There we go.
The Godfather.
Yep. The Godfather.
I'm talking for iRock Daniels.
Master Splinter himself.
That's a fact.
Feel me?
All right, but I'll just have it's my favorite part. We was talking about the bullshit.
Facts.
But what I was mocking right here was shout out Bootleg. When I had Bootleg right here, he came, did the podcast. He went off. He said, Tony fucking Chalk, he's a delicacy out here.
Yeah, I didn't get to see it.
You ain't get to see it? You ain't see the clip?
I didn't see that one.
Oh, God damn.
I only saw the one joint, man.
I think he said, I forgot what he said. He said you owed him some money or some shit like that. Not literally, but
No, literally.
Yeah, it was damn near like that. Like,
no, it was literally. He was talking about I owed him some money, literally.
Yeah, so how did you feel about the whole Bootleg shit when because he talked about you about 20 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Like, did that hurt you? Was you hurt? Like, how did that go?
Well, I only saw like 20 seconds of the 20 minutes, so I didn't get to be like, I wasn't gonna go dive into that shit. Like, I already knew the energy, you know what I'm saying? So the energy's enough. But yeah, man, it didn't bother me. Because I know that's what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what kind of energy it is. And at the end of the day, bro, like, it's just niggas in their feelings, bro. Like, that's all it really is. It's just niggas in their feelings. You know what I mean? Like, we parted ways, and he just didn't like it. He didn't like the fact that, he helped me in so many ways, and that I didn't feel like we should be working together anymore. And that's really all that there was. That's really all there was to it. As far as like owing Tony Chalk money and him having statements and all that shit, bro, I paid Tony Chalk like so much money. Like, I don't know if you could add up how much Lightworks income has made or whatever and break it down, but I paid Tony Chalk more than that over time. Yeah. And on top of that, just because of the situation and how things are severed, like I paid him for
I think he said Tony made $40 or something.
Yeah, see, like what is he talking about? Like from like based off what? Like what are you talking about? Like how many times? Like how have you seen how many times I've Venmo'd, Cash Apped, Apple Paid Tony? You know, when we land some shit, when statements come in, when BMI comes in. Yeah. Matter of fact, if I'm keeping it 100, I'm the nigga that actually made most of these niggas in this state sign up for BMI. Niggas didn't even have all their shit together. Like people like couldn't even actually get paid properly because they didn't have their business correct. So I had to pay them separately. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like if we're being 100, so yeah, man, it's just a bunch of just.
So when the last time you seen Bootleg? Like y'all get to talk or anything? Like y'all see each other, y'all squabbling? Like what's up?
When is the last time I see? You know, I don't remember when the last time. It had to be at like an event or something of that nature. I don't remember when. I don't remember when.
You see him on YouTube doing his thing, right?
I see him on Instagram on Power Shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I see him on Instagram on Power Shit. I think the last time we talked was when he was dropping the Made for This video, and I did the hook on it.
Yeah.
And he didn't put my name on the song anywhere. Like he didn't put my name in the credits. And you know, obviously I said something like, yo, like, you know, like I'm singing the hook, like I'm all in the video. Like, are you gonna put my name on it somewhere? And you know, it was on World Star, all that shit. So like it was some good publicity, hot new hip hop with Jada Kiss and yeah. And so he didn't put my name on it, and everybody was hitting me up. People from his camp from Bootleg's camp are hitting me up. You know, some of the artists are tagging me in it that are on the song, but Bootleg ain't tagging me. So it's like, and I didn't know it was that time at that moment. I didn't know it was like that. And so I hit him like, yo, bro, like, why you why you being like that? You know? And then, all right, whatever, like we gonna add you to it, whatever. And then it's just Collins on there, not Sincerely Collins. You know, and then it's like, oh, okay, that's what time it is. Got you. You know, so I just never really dove into it after that.
Was this after? Because he was on your project, wasn't he? This was.
Yeah, he was on my project not that long ago. Yeah. You know, it was probably a little bit after that happened.
Gotcha.
You know, and you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, I always wanted to get your side for sure.
Well, I always knew what time it was because his baby mama and my baby mama are friends. And so I hear shit, you know what I mean? And like gossip, all kinds of shit. And his baby mama told mine that he was the one that released me. And so just the fact that he would even say that is just like, okay, like he feels some type of way. Like obviously he doesn't understand my side at all. He just feels how he feels, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Nah, all right. Well, yeah, I just wanted to know that because I was always confused. Like, and it's not everybody. For one, you get a lot of love, but it's like the Arizona not staples, but there are a couple of the staples.
Right.
Futuristic came on talking crazy. Did you ever get to piece things up with Futuristic? Y'all, I felt like I thought you was gonna want to slap the shit out of him after what he said. He still just dying slow. Like that shit was crazy. That was a couple years.
Yeah, that was interesting, man. I didn't know it was that time with him either. And you know, I didn't tell this story up until like a couple of years ago, just because like it was never supposed to be like I just wasn't talking like that. You know what I mean? Like you know, you could ask IROC, like he told me, like, you know, chill out on that shit. Like I'm not trying to be involved in beefing and stuff like that. So I just chilled out on it. But me and Zach were completely cool again. Like me and him were completely like he was in my video. You know, I was doing I forget what the show was called, but he was doing this like local talent show like every month, and I was hosting it for him when he was gone. And then we even did like a Super Bowl party with Bootleg Kev, where he was me and him were like back and forth performing our songs.
Oh yeah, I remember
the greatest and light work.
Yeah.
during the Super Bowl party at International, way after all the beef and shit. And something got to him. Something got to him, and it really like sparked something back up to where he was just like, all right, I'm a just.
Yeah, and y'all still just to this day ain't never.
Yeah, man. And like I don't really know exactly what's going on because I ran into this nigga at Childish Gambino, and like it wasn't nothing.
Did y'all say hello?
Yeah, so first thing I did was went up to that nigga. Like, what you think? Yeah, like, I went up to him. I'm like, yo, what's good?
Ain't no problems, man. Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, you ain't got to rehash because we already talked about it. You ain't got to rehash the shit with you. Yeah,
no, I mean, I've never even tried to poke at wounds like that. You know
it was him. Know I fuck with him. It was him. He went in on your ass for sure. And I was like, at that point, I didn't even know y'all had problems. So I'm sitting there doing the podcast. I'm looking like, whoa, like, what the fuck going on?
Right. Like, emotional.
Yeah, I got to talk to you too, though. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I feel like y'all two motherfuckers is just too talented. Y'all start getting upset when y'all be around each other.
Hey, man, you got that. We just finished that Henny. All I'm saying is some people don't know how to handle that shit. It makes them emotional. You know what I'm saying? And, like, all I saw was two emotional men on your show. Me, like, I think Tyler said it best when he was on, you know, I'm a straight shooter.
Yeah.
And so like if you're being told, like if you being told where you're underperforming or where you're slipping, you know what I'm saying? Like it rubs people the wrong way if they're not built that way. Yeah. You know what I mean? And most of the time it's not people at the top, it's not people who are like really like it's normally like middle people who like run the in between and can run the gates and get you by some shit. You know what I mean? Because that's where the nerds live in that middle area.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they run everything now. You know, so you gotta be careful.
You know what? They run a little bit for sure, but you know what's crazy? I think the streets never get the credit they deserve, but I think everything's really originated from the streets. Almost like how we was talking about everything originated from Africa. Whenever shit's that, like the nerds get a hold of it and they take it,
exactly.
But really it's like
no, exactly. We're presenting it to the public. We're allowing it to go through the gates. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Whether regardless, even if it's not that street shit, I'm telling you, like. But no, I just wanted to ask you about that. And as far as like I said, I didn't even want you to rehash on that because that's
it's relevant. It's Arizona culture.
But yeah, it's Arizona. You know what I'm saying? And for you, I feel like. At the time, you didn't really want to talk about it when it happened, so I was like, maybe you at least, you know.
Yeah, man. I definitely would go if I could go back. I would talk about it and I would react and I would
have came on the show like, where the fuck, man? I'm about to whoop
and I would have done and I would have done all and I would have been ready for all the smoke because that's how it originally even started. Like I was ready for all the smoke, but I was advised to chill.
Chill, yeah, you know did what I mean? Chill.
I was advised to chill, man, and you know, and that, you know, that's part of the reason why I have different management. You know what I'm saying? It's just because it's like, all right, I need to just be in a point where like
that was the time to go.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, yeah, you know, you just gotta make sure that everything's working to your favor. You know what I mean?
All right, well, what's up? One of the things about you that one of the most interesting stories you ever told me was when you first came on was about your mom.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it was very like outside of being touching, it was confusing because it was like, how does anybody ever get left with that type of void? Or you know what I mean? Right. Not void of your parent, I mean void of like not knowing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I guess my question, just the only personal question I want to ask you this, if you want to answer, you don't have to like. Do you ever feel like that ever like bothers you or mess with like your mental state or anything like that?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. There's definitely like, especially just like the holes in the knowing of yourself, you know what I'm saying? And the knowing of where you come from and, you know, and there's one thing that you know, if you know your parent, that like you can look at them and you can see your traits that you get from them. So, you know, like, and I never got to experience her like that. You know what I mean? So like all of my experiences are kind of created and formulated based off of what I'm told and what I see. So, I mean, that part of it makes it a little bit difficult mentally just to like keep it fully together at all times. You know what I'm saying? But it's been like I always say like, not that I'm lucky, but just like it's a blessing for me that it happened at in a state where it wasn't going to be a stab in the heart right when it happened, because I grew into understanding what happened.
Yes, sir.
And because of that, it allowed me to really use it more as a tool than as a vice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like later in life, yeah, like maybe I smoke a little weed, I drink a little bit, and I be in my feelings a little bit, but like I was supposed to be in jail. I was supposed to be like
shine moment. He's
fucked
home.
off. You know what I'm saying? Like I was supposed to be fucked off. Like,
Yeah.
you know, not doing nothing with myself because the statistics say so.
Or you made something of yourself.
You know what I mean? So it's like instead you gotta alchemize it.
Ain't that crazy? We gotta give people their flowers. Like you made something of yourself. Even
Appreciate
if
you.
I know you got a long way to go and a lot you still need to do and want to do.
Right.
You made something of yourself.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. And
Ain't
so
that
have you, man.
Thank
so
you, bro.
You.
I appreciate that too.
Facts.
I need to hear that too.
Hell yeah, bro.
For damn so.
Hey,
bro.
We both come a long way.
Most people don't. It's hard. Like you, especially when you like somebody that's searching for greatness. You don't like that measuring stick. Don't mean shit to you. You like I'm not trying to measure up. I'm just trying to get to the greatness.
Mm-hmm.
But it's nice to sometimes have somebody that be like, yo, nigga, you trust me. Mm. And I know sometimes people like niggas have went in on you on my show. You know what I'm saying? Like I sit back and laugh at shit, but I don't ever diminish nobody, whether it's you or the next person or anything, from what they have accomplished, achieved, set forth, their goals, and truly like discipline themselves to actually acquire something. That shit takes a lot, bro.
Right.
It's everybody can sit around and talk, but I know a doer when I see one.
Right.
And that's exactly what you are. You know what I'm saying? It comes with a lot of bullshit, but being a doer, that's what else can you ask for?
Yeah.
We gonna, you know what I mean? We gonna throw our neck out on the line.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
We gonna run into them trenches.
You probably been doing that since you was a kid. You know, I feel like I've been doing that since I was a fucking kid.
Absolutely.
And I can't help it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not scared of shit.
Facts.
I want to be scared sometimes, and I'm not afraid of nothing because I'm like, I gotta do something. You know what I'm saying? And I get that same sense from you. So
that's another thing that being faced with adversity will give you. You know what I'm saying?
No, you know, and I'm a bro. You're only as great as your enemies. The people who trash you, and I ain't gonna say trash you because that hate comes with love.
Right.
They're great.
Right.
These are not just regular ass work at McDonald's ass niggas. These is people that's getting something done. Your opponents are like, y'all all very fucking talented, very accomplished, that says a lot too.
Right.
The fact that they even want to, these niggas be getting veins in their neck when they talking about you. You know what I'm saying? So the fact they even speak about you with that sort of passion says a lot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The shit might be funny. We sit back and hee-haw and laugh. But at the end of the day, bro, that shit means a lot.
Right.
So, I mean, I guess my last question be kind of just, what do you got going on as far as outside of music? Because I look at you as a fucking music symbol almost. Like, what do you do other than music? Other than being a father also.
Right. Recently I just got back into basketball a lot. We got two days a week now that we're doing games, so I'm really like just excited about that.
You can hoop?
Oh man, come on. Yeah, I can hoop.
Yeah.
What else? You know, most of my life is built around the music, so it's really like other things that the music can tie into. So I'm focusing a lot on just, you know, movie placements and sports placements. You know, I got a few.
Oh, entertainment.
Yeah, I got a few big entertainment deals last year that were just like big for me. So now that the album's done, I'm gonna focus more on landing those, because I was never focused on landing those. They just came as they came. You know what I mean? But now I'm gonna focus on it because it's really been very lucrative. And then yeah, man, and then like endorsements and stuff around it. Like, you know, my hobbies are building more business, you know, building more sources of income. That's what I'm focused on. You know.
Okay.
So
all right. And then I mean, other than that, dog, you got the floor. You know what I mean? Give shout outs. Actually, no, before I answer that, who do you fucking with in Arizona right now as far as music?
Man. Obviously, I fuck with my guy Tyler. Everyone he named, Dan G, Waves. I really appreciate Ali's work ethic and his ability to focus on what it is that he's trying to get done. Like his talent is just insane. Who else? Yeah, man, we'll leave it at that. I mean, there's so many talented artists out here, you know, like they're everywhere. You can find them everywhere.
Nah, that's 100%. All right, well, shit, yeah, man. Tell people where to follow you. Which they should already know if they're watching this show.
Right. At Sincerely Collins, man, on everything. Make sure you go download Alien. Stream it on all platforms. Make sure you go to YouTube, check out the new videos. And make sure you fuck with my guy Podson, aka Malcolm X Show. Yeah, man. Let's get it.
Yeah, man. This shit real to me. I was named after Malcolm X, you know, so I gotta stand on that. But yeah, everybody have a blessed day, night, Sunday, whenever you fucking watching this podcast. Make sure you incorporate God in it and have some blessings, and you know, go enjoy life with your family. We out this bitch, man. Shine moment. Shout out to Sincerely Collins and the Alien album.